Let's beat this game. Let's see. So, approximately about an hour left on the game. It's whatever this chapter is. I might want to level up. What is that supposed to be there? I don't think that circle is supposed to be there. Alright.
Kill you!
Yeah. Oh, jeez. Well, I do tons of damage, which is going to help a lot, but also, like... ow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get rid of that. I'll probably be fine. But let's get rid of this circle before it becomes a problem. Because it is, it should not be there. That was gonna get really distracting. Let's see. So, what I'm probably gonna do, talk to Lady Ashbury, find out whatever's going on. That might get me some more EXP. Either I'll think about doing some tasks, or we'll just go level up. I've leveled up the 2 moves that I actually care about, so if we're lucky, we can just do, if we're lucky, we can just do, like a little bit of grinding? I don't know, just grab the HP upgrades and then just call it close enough. Because I've got like almost every stamina upgrade, and I've got every upgrade on the 2 moves that I care about. So yeah, really it would just be pumping either my blood bar up, or my my health bar. Wow, this is a long load time. Holy crap. It's probably just gonna immediately zip up all the way to the end as soon as I like check out or hit the end recording button. It's very possible. Let's see. Wow, why? I'm actually a bit flabbergasted at how long this one's taking. What happened? Oh, right. Let's see. I was afraid for a second we'd lose everything there. Yeah, we were right at the end, and it would be way unfortunate.
You leeches be killing. I'll send you to
It would be incredibly inconvenient to have to go back at all. I mean, that's generally always the case. Like, I don't...
I'll send you.
Okay. I never ever want to get set back in a game. Like, in general, setbacks or delays just feel bad. It's one of the reasons why my my playthrough of Hyper Light Drifter will always remain incomplete. It's because the game just straight up wouldn't let me beat it for like 2 weeks and stuff. Okay, so everything's loading in. We don't have the big red circle of death. Hello, Lady Ashbury. Please tell me about how to beat this game. Max level, you 2-shot everything. That would be fun. Is setbacks like that why I never went back to Heroes of Hammerwatch? Yep. I spent, what, 15, 20... It was like 15, 16 episodes grinding in Heroes of Hammerwatch. Because that's kind of what the game was about. It was like, you know, go grind for hours until you can, like, beat the last level. And that got kind of frustrating. But, you know, alright, whatever. You know, I'm getting stronger. They're patching it to make it easier. And then the game officially came out and they wiped my save file. And I was like, that's like 10 hours gone. I have no interest in that. Like, I was quite mad. If a developer sends a press copy and then deletes their, is like, here's the pre-release copy. By the way, by the time the game comes out, your entire save file is going to be gone. Like, if they tell you that, it's like, alright, whatever, I'll just, you know. Saving Mars did that, and I was like, okay, well, that's easy enough. I'll just beat it before the game comes out. And I rage quit before the game came out, but still. But at least they warned me. Conversely, Heroes of Hammerwatch is like, fancy save file you've got there, not anymore, haha! And it's because they just given me access to the closed beta, but they hadn't even told me that it was going to be gone. I'm like, well, this series is wash.
What good fortune brings you back to me, Jonathan? What is it, my dear?
I'm afraid it's bad news, Elizabeth. The worst, actually.
Please, speak up.
Edgar is no longer in McCullum's grasp. I resolved that matter.
Where is our good friend now? Is he well?
Of a sort. His injuries were mortal. I had no choice but to make him one of us. To save him. Or to punish him.
To punish him? I fail to understand. And what is the source of this cold tone in your voice?
Edgar Swansea was responsible for the skal epidemic, Elizabeth. It was he who unleashed the deadly scourge upon London.
What? Are you certain? This is the most terrible accusation of all.
He confessed everything to me. He sought to cure the disease, to exploit vampire blood to stop the epidemic. But he unwittingly gave birth to a catastrophe.
All those poor victims. How could he do it? What happened?
Edgar's behavior was beyond lunacy. He had neither the discipline, knowledge, nor the proper facilities to conduct blood experiments.
I must say I'm shocked, Jonathan. Who would have thought it? And the poor patient. Let me guess. It was Harriet Jones, was it not?
Yes. That explains how Doris Fletcher was infected, and how she became an Icor. She secretly visited her mother at Pembroke.
Then we have no choice. We must act quickly, Jonathan. We must return to the sewers and put an end to the threat poor Harriet embodies.
I have one more matter to discuss with you. Harriet Jones was the primary case, but do you know what a healthy carrier is?
There is a tone in your voice that frightens me, Jonathan. What are you trying to say?
It was your blood Edgar used for his experiment on Harriet Jones.
What? No. No. This can't be. Oh, God.
Elizabeth, are you all right?
No, I have to go.
What do you mean?
Leave me alone. Save the city, Jonathan. Save what can be saved.
Elizabeth, I need answers. Why did your blood
Stay
cause
away
this?
from me. Please. I swear I never was your
Wait!
enemy.
No! Elizabeth!
Gather... okay. Gather ingredients to the antidote. A drop of William Marshall's blood from Lord Redgrave. A drop of King Arthur's blood from Geoffrey McCullum. Sorry. Read that as Joffrey. And insulin. Insulin? Looter house. There's not really a whole lot of reason to. I mean, honestly, there's no reason to loot anything in this game. This is one of those games that actually should not have had a, it shouldn't have even had a weapon upgrade system. Or, heck, a loot system at all. The loot just ends up feeling pointless. Because it's, like, straight up, it mainly just makes it so you can't upgrade more than, like, a couple of weapons in the game. So you have to kind of choose, but all the weapons are largely kind of identical. Like, there are some differences. There are multiple differences. Insulin helps control blood sugar, like with diabetics. Yeah, but we're supposed to be looking for, like, pure garlic. Which is why I'm confused. Unless insulin has something to do with it.
Now would be a good time to blend the recipe Marshall used when he fought the disaster. I think I know where to find what I need.
Now! It's an each! Kill it!
I shall fear no evil. We have a killer.
So one thing I was thinking about between this series and these guys turn way too easily. But between this series and like some other series I've done, I really want to do a series or two where we play on absolute maximum level from the start and just raffle stomp our way through. I know you could do that in the latest dot hack game, but I could totally just hack it up if I wanted to in like a couple of games. I don't know which game would be like a good candidate for that. I was considering like, so this E3 they announced a lot of sequels.
You're mine. I'll kill it.
Like tons of sequels.
Die, vermin.
And I was thinking, it might be an interesting thing to actually do, like, a couple of the prequel, games with cheats on, just so I can go through them quick. But I don't know which ones to do. I was really hoping I'd be able to knock him into the river. I guess instead I'll just kind of bully him here. Oh.
Shit, that leech is...
Okay. Like, I'm trying to think of a good example. We've got a couple. We've got, Doom. But, like, I don't feel like playing Doom with cheat codes on would make any difference. I think the most I'd do would give myself, unlimited ammo and just run around and shooting things. Beyond Good and Evil. Yeah, probably. Except for Beyond Good and Evil, the game that's coming out is a prequel, I think. But yeah, Infinite Ammo Doom and Infinite Ammo Raid. Rage would be kind of fun. Oh, wrong one. As usual. Yeah, they announced the sequel to Factorio, Satisfactory. I know, I saw. I am super stoked for that. Though it's not an actual sequel. Like, nobody should think of Satisfactory as a sequel to Factorio. If anything, it's a shameless ripoff. But it's a good shameless ripoff. What are you gonna do Fallout 76 when it drops? I have my reservations, but yeah, probably. It really depends on the details for the game and the reviews. You should have Durf play Factorio with you. I actually might see if Price would be up for a run of Factorio or something. Wait, who am I meeting here? Who is this? Oh. Also, Dr. Swansea is downstairs, so let's talk to him. Rage 1 was a slow, grindy piece. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think Rage might actually be the top candidate for grind, not grind cheatery. Where is he? It's Dr. Swansea. New dialogue available. Oh, he's probably not here yet because we haven't rested yet. So am I going to rest again before the end of the game? Yeah, I will. I was just hoping to grab a little bit more EXP before I did. But yeah, so we want to go back to the morgue for the insulin. I wonder if anything's moved into that. Honestly, I think this game, combat-wise, peaked in the morgue.
I cannot use garlic, but there may be a substitute in the Pembroke Hospital drug storage.
Is this the entrance? I hear skals, but I don't see them anywhere. Whatever. Maybe they're inside the building. Oh, let's see. I don't know. My plans are always going to be nebulous. What I should probably be is a little bit proactive about them. Because yeah, I'd love to play Factorio one more time before Satisfactory comes out. But Satisfactory won't be out until next year, so that helps a lot. As far as I know, insulin and garlic have nothing in common. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why he said he can't use garlic. Unless it was the whole pure garlic thing, which is confusing. Nebulous is a good word. Yeah, it is. I like it. Reid. Like, I know you guys like to watch Twitch streams and YouTube and whatnot, but read books occasionally. It helps a lot. Oh, it's the pre-win, of course. Yeah, so part of the reason why I'm not resting yet is because I would only be able to, like, level 1, maybe 2 things. Whereas if I get up into the 5,000s, there's a much higher chance of me getting, what I need. The garlic would be very painful. Yeah, I can imagine. Oh, it's that door! That closed door.
Easy does it, boys. We can do this.
Oh, these guys hit like trucks. Yeah, Priest Man is going to hurt real bad. Not too big of a problem, but yeah, I'm definitely underleveled here. Yeah, this is where you're supposed to feed on people, but not me.
There it is. Insulin. Much more efficient than garlic against blood poisoning and sepsis, and much less dangerous for me. Thank you, Dr. Polescu.
So that's the point. Garlic is kind of an antiseptic. Kind of, sort of. And so that's why it was essence of pure garlic, because otherwise it was going to cause problems. So we got a bunch of... Wait, is that a named one? No, it's just another chaplain. In the basement? Okay, what are they doing down there? I'm gonna go fight them, just because. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of people down here. Why? What are you doing? I'm actually kind of confused.
I shall fear no evil. Die, vermin! God walks with me.
I'm gonna take out the sniper before the sniper starts sniping. Okay, sniper's dead. I'm very glad that fighting groups of enemies in this game is not actually that bad.
Of
course.
Back to the shadows.
Let's see, he takes some blood, but that's okay. He gives some blood. Works rather well for me. What are you doing? Hurts. He hurts real bad. There's my blood supply. Alright. You're going to... It's time for a donation. God damn. Be a shame if I died. Come on! This stupid resisted... Fucking... Okay, so he gets his stun resistance back from that. There we go. If these priests are douche, then again, I am 6 levels under leveled. Like, go figure. I am getting my butt kicked. But, like, the fact that I'm, like, trying to stake him and he's like, nope, I'm in the middle of casting holy spells. It's like, no, if anything, I should be stunning him out of the holy spell instead. So I have a potion. I do, but it's the principle of the matter. Okay, is there anybody else down here? It doesn't look like it. There's nothing else here. They were just kind of put in for reasons. Oh no, there they are. Freewind Brawler, Freewind Chaplain.
No place for you, sir. I say go that wall. Kill it! Away with you!
Okay.
Cannot be defeated! He's been bitten!
There we go. Might as well just get it with some biting. Because, yeah, Captain Big Stick really is like a serious problem.
Oh my god! Kill it, bastard!
Like, he does so much damage.
Back, demon!
I mean, I can easily fight him-ish on my own. It's just like, trying to stunlock the crap out of him is, or trying to stunlock fight these guys is kind of frustrating, because it's just like, I'm doing almost fine. There we go. Is there a reason that they were here? There's a workbench. I guess we never did this. Thick sturdy blood sample. William Marshall's memoirs. Okay, so what's this? Oh, this is the antidote. Let's see, once you get the cudgel, there's no reason to change weapons. You only use that weapon. You mean for offhand? Or do you mean, like, here? I don't think I actually have the cudgel. Unless... oh, the common barbed cudgel. I see. Weapon ability parry also lets you stun. I guess I could see that. At the same time, it's much slower. Yeah, attack speed. It's literally half the, Demon Bane. I guess what I could do... because there's also the mace. So what's the difference? What's the difference between the common mace and the barbed cudgel? In fact, the common mace actually looks like it might be better. Yeah, it looks like the common mace is substantially better than the cudgel itself. Oh, weapon ability, stun. I see, that's the difference. Well, that's fine. I'll give it a go. And so yeah, that's the difference. Parry versus... let's see, the damage. It does less damage. Oh, you haven't found the True Dragon Bane yet, have you? You should probably go find the True Dragon Bane. Like, the True Dragon Bane does more damage than your cudgel. At twice the attack speed. If anything, I'd use one of these. I mean, maybe the parry would make it worth it. But, I guess a main hand weapon that does stun along the way could be helpful. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I'll definitely be biting enemies more with this setup. Just try it, it'll be fun. That's still not, like, good justification. I've had people say that about skateboarding, and I can quite safely tell you, I don't really enjoy skateboarding at all. It's like, it'll be great. No, thank you, I will walk or bike. Generally, it's kind of frustrating when people are like, do this! And then they don't give me, like, a specific reason. And then I do it, and I don't get it. And they're like, you just don't get it. I'm like, yeah, I guess I don't. Alright, let's go find some enemies. Let's see. I don't think there's anybody out here. Maybe there will be. There's blood here, but yeah, it looks like this area is boring. Is that the sword you got from the DLC? No. So the True Dragon's Bane is something you get actually from a sub-quest. You get it from the leader of the St. Paul's Stole. The primate? There we go. You get it from him, actually. You have to like solve a little puzzle that people help me do it. All right. Let's try this thing. Yeah, it's got this stun. Yeah, so I guess really the trick with this thing is if I buffed my bite damage up, I'd be an unstoppable horror. I guess it's time to go buff my bite damage up. Yeah, so ultimately the cudgel is both a really good weapon, just based on my like initial look-see at it. It seems like it would be amazing for dealing with trash mobs. I mean, I just cut through them like nobody's business. But I think it would be pretty bad for a boss fight, because you wouldn't be able to stun lock them like that, and the defense, stun resistance scaling would get to be a problem. Okay, so I could go Big Thirst. No. Bite damage. It's like 6,000. I could spend most of my EXP and get it up to, or it's at 600%. I could get it up another. Oh, that's really tempting. Let's do it. Okay, I've got a little bit left. Let's get some HP. Okay, so this only puts me at 30. Love guns, because it takes a whole bar of stun off most enemies who are weak to it. Oh, shoot. What was that? Major event. About accidental deaths. The inhabitants of London live in fear of physicians, delayed interventions, barefaced favoritism, and strange experimental treatments. The scarcity of professionalism is crystallized in Pembroke Hospital, Whitechapel, where deontology was discharged a long time ago. The Pembroke administration hides behind the facade of dedication and rectitude. But those of us who know any of their patients, or worse, were among them, are aware of their deceit. In this temple devoted to dread, you will have to pay to get a bed. You will catch illnesses you never knew existed, and your corpse will be relieved of its possessions in the morgue. Here, patients die overnight of wounds they never bore upon their arrival. They call them accidents. I briefly interviewed Dr. Swansea, head of the administration, declaimed a pedantic timor mortis turbit me. Fear of death confounds me, before forcing us out of the establishment. Quotes in Latin will not be enough to keep us away from their morbidity. Volunteers are welcome to join me tomorrow morning in front of the hospital to demand clear facts about the state of the medical institution. Come in numbers, EW. Let's see, Wander, add 4 levels. The problem is, like, I'm stuck because, like, I'm not comfortable cheating during, like, a normal playthrough. On the other hand, the literal difference would be me, straight up just grinding for an hour or two, after stream. I don't know.
Jonathan, my dear, I can never thank you enough.
Thank me? For what?
Come now, you know what I mean. I am, well, I'm just like you.
I'm glad you like it.
How could I not be happy? You offered me the ultimate freedom. More than I ever could have dreamt of.
Have you news of Jeffrey McCullum? I'm sure both of you would have quite an interesting discussion after recent events.
He left the hospital without being treated for the severe beating you gave him. We'll meet again soon enough.
Do you not think he will kill you where you stand?
Funny you should mention it. I asked him once what he would do if I were a vampire. He said he would give me an hour for old time's sake.
How do you feel since you changed?
Absolutely fine. Did you know I can determine the health of every patient or nurse just by looking at him? Fascinating.
Have you taken a life yet, Edgar?
Don't you think that's a private matter? I would not ask you such an indiscreet question.
Do you feel the hunger?
Yes. It's very peculiar, not like mortal hunger at all. It's like I'm never sated. Fortunately, blood is no rare commodity at Pembroke.
Will you continue as Pembroke's administrator?
Of course. I can help more than ever. And since I'm already dead, I can't get sick.
Are you not afraid Priwen will find you? Next time, they will do more than abduct and torture you.
I remain a man of peace. If things were to go awry, I would flee rather than slice them up as you would, my friend.
Have you seen Elizabeth? Has she passed this way since you returned?
No. And I'm terrified to see her again. I really am, Jonathan. She could very well tear me to pieces for what I did.
What will you do now that you are immortal?
Experiment, my dear colleague. I have an eternity to make scientific progress. I could be the only scientist able to undertake extreme experiments upon himself.
My God, Edgar. Did you learn nothing from your forays into folly?
I have, I swear. No more experiments on mortals. See? I said mortals. How quickly the mind adapts.
What kind of experiments?
Who knows? Nervous shock, brain damage, pain and recovery. There's almost no limit to what my body can now endure. I could be the next Henry Head.
Goodbye, Edgar. I'm certain we'll meet again.
I wonder if I could mesmerize him. Probably not. This man lacks empathy. I think he has empathy. I think he's also just kind of nuts. I don't know if I should have let him die or not. I'm kind of torn on that one. Okay, so we're heading for... I don't know. I don't know who's over that direction. Well, one way or another, we got the cudgel. I think I'll be fine. If I do start getting my ass two-handed to me, then we'll just resort to giving me a couple of levels. Because truly, the difference is entirely like
Die, leech!
entirely like a moral, ethical thing.